Hello, hello, you chat bastards. It's Saturday night, and we are precisely about an hour and 17 minutes away from when my roadcaster will fail me. Welcome to Dawn of Defiance. Glad to have you guys here for our Star Wars D20 Actual Play Saga Edition, in case you're keeping track. Been having a lot of fun, and our heroes have been telling you quite the story, an epic tale that is meant to capture the spirit of George Lucas's original vision before Disney came along, and we hope that is coming across to you. If you're not familiar, I'm Erudi, your humble, kind, benevolent, and all-seeing and omniscient game master, and I will be your host for the evening. But surrounding me are some wonderful players that help me tell this story every single week, and I would like to go around and kind of say hello to all of them. Yeah, I was going to start with Velrock, but he's comfortable, so we'll go to Caleb first.
Hello.
What's going on now?
Not too much. I'm excited to be back, bringing you guys your favorite characters and Emok. I'm sure the chat will really appreciate him, and be super kind and nice, as they have always been.
Yes, I hear you've earned a certain level of forgiveness for daring to die as Moravki. So,
yeah, we'll see how long that lasts.
You got the stamp of approval from Orman. But good. Glad to have you here, Caleb, and I'll try not to kill you next. Who I did try to kill, apparently last session. Actually, no. You know what? I'm not going to take blame for this one, because she did this to herself. Sevi, who played a good, noble character. I am beside myself. I probably should make sure I'm not still in a dream state. But she took a bullet for another player to her own HP, put herself below 50%. Unheard of. How are you, Sev?
Sure, it didn't happen.
Oh my god. I am good. Excited to be here for Star Wars. I know that we're running away for sure. We'll kind of see what will happen. I don't know. We have an older Jedi with memory loss, apparently. So we'll see what happens. And thank you, Brian, for the Force token.
Nice. I'll read that here in just a moment when we get to the perks and see what he said. But enjoy your Force token. So proud of you, Sev. So proud of you for finally finding your good inner spirit in there somewhere. I'm sure you'll find it again in another 36 years or so. And we might see a rare glimpse of goodness again. Now we're going to go over to Velrock and say hello. How are you doing, good sir?
That's me. I am okay. I'm excited to play, though.
You sure seem like it. You seem enthused.
Yeah, I freaking love this Star Wars game. This is the most fun I have in the week.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear that. I love this too. This is my favorite system. I wish it was more popular out in the Roll20 sphere, because I would run it more often.
I'm not leaning back because I'm disinterested. Sometimes I lean back to let my muscles relax because I'm pretty sore. So
that is fair. Someone who is probably got sore muscles because he's always hitting the gym to get swole. We've got Moss Moof, the banana tamer himself. Yeah. What's going on?
I actually, I haven't tamed any bananas today, but I did do deadlifts today, so I am quite sore. I'm doing great. I'm excited to be back after not 1 but 2 weeks of being gone. But I have to tell you a little story. It'll be short, I promise. But I have to tell you a little story about what I was doing while I was gone. So the reason I missed last week is because I was on a float trip with a group of friends of mine, and the river that we were on. It's spring fed, so it's really cold. It's a really, really cold river. Well, that'll come into play later. But the thing is that when I get close to a body of water, I have this insatiable urge to skip rocks. I have to skip rocks the entire time that my feet are on land. So the problem is that this particular weekend, with the river being nice and cold, the days being nice and hot, it led to a very busy weekend on this river. And so I had to seize every opportunity to skip rocks as I could. So between kayaks, I would get, I'd wait for, a span of maybe 30, 40, maybe 50 feet between kayaks before I would skip a rock. Well, at a certain point, I had had a few beers, because when you get out on the river, you have a few beers, right? So I'd had a few beers at this point. I get off on this gravel bar and I find the perfect skipping rock. I mean, it's nice and flat. It's about, it might be, just like 4 ounces. It's just the perfect weight to skip it right across the river. And I seize the gap between 2 kayaks, which are probably about 20 feet apart. Well, the problem is that when I release this rock, I release it just a little bit early, and it sails directly at this man who is on another kayak. And fortunately enough for me, the good Lord was looking out for this man, because it sailed directly at him, but as it hit the water, it skipped, and I would assume it's probably a world record skip, but it was like 8 feet above his head. And so at that point I was like, all right, I'm done skipping rocks. I'm done for the evening.
Amazing.
And so, I wasn't done for the evening, but I did not seize gaps anymore that day. And I tell you that story to tell you this: even with it sailing 8 feet over its head, I still got closer to that man than Dina does with her blaster.
Amazing. That is accurate. That is a very good end to the tale right there. Chat, I just want you to appreciate how much detail Moss put into this lie of a story to not let you guys know. To not let you guys
true.
To not let you guys know. Listen, the gig's up, Moss. We already told them last week that you were gone because you were going to a banana eating contest. You don't have to be ashamed of it. You didn't have to concoct this big story about skipping rocks.
That was on Sunday.
We support you.
That was Sunday. I won, by the way.
Well, good job. We're proud of you. So proud.
Thank you. That's what I'm here for.
I think I got everybody. Wonderful. So we'll do a little bit of a recap. But first, I want to let you guys know that if you appreciate what we're doing here on Moonskull, or Tabletop for that matter, consider hitting like, subscribing, and when this whole thing is done, leaving a comment on the video at the end, and joining our Discord. If you're appreciating what we're all about, and you get why we're here, why we're entertaining you, and why we're putting these games together, and why we approach the games the way that we do, to sort of counter-culture what they've done to our IPs with all the things that they're doing to our games. If you appreciate that stuff, I am writing my own tabletop role-playing game, and my aim with it is to provide you a grand adventure that harkens back to old-school gaming, bring in some cool mechanics that are still streamlined, new, intuitive, refreshed, but still feels like the olden days of when fellowship was the most important part of gaming, not your checklists. I'm making a game for you, and I would really appreciate your support on that. Sevi and I just signed an NDA a couple weeks ago. We're talking with some people, an entity. I can't say a lot, but I will just say that it ties a lot into the future of what we're doing, and your support right now is extremely crucial, because while I'm getting very good vibes about the conversations happening, there are some milestones that I have to meet. So if there was ever a time you were considering financially supporting Legend Seeker, this would be the time. That's probably going to be the most crucial. You can do that by subscribing at the Legendary tier right here on the channel, or you can go to the Discord and become a paying member there. There's 3 tiers there to pick from. You'll get priority access to the lore, mechanics, and everything for everybody else. You'll get to read it, give us feedback, and help me actually shape the game that I'm making for you. And you'll be the first to get to play test it before we put it out to the public and let them get their grubby fingers on it. So check it out. I've gotten a lot of good feedback from a lot of you. People are enjoying the lore. They're enjoying the setting. And if you're not quite decided yet, and you need a little bit of proof, there's a few ways you can get free information. You can go to Frost Written streams that are featured both on Tabletop and here on Moonskull, where one of our authors, Frost, writes lore for you live and answers your questions and gets feedback back and forth. You see him create the world right before your very eyes. Or I am now going live at least once a week, and you can ask me questions there, and we can chat. You can ask me about all those little questions that are running around in your mind. If you are deep in your thoughts about, well, Erudi, I'm glad you're fighting the fight against IP destruction, and I'm glad that this is going to be a D20 system, but you know what you didn't tell me? You didn't tell me how damage reduction works. And I'll be like, oh, okay, well, we could talk about that. So come say hello to us, come talk to us, do your homework, and above all, if you can, think about supporting. And on top of all that, it does support these guys too, because they get benefits for you supporting. And they've survived a few fights because of that. It does not go unappreciated, I can promise you. And so with that, we'll do a recap, particularly for Dina's sake, I think. So you guys had been exploring the palace. You had that whole fiasco where you had to do a trial by combat, and you realized things are getting a little hairy. So you kind of escalated. You had Switch send a secret double agent within the palace to give you some information. Somebody dropped you a key card, and you guys went down into the lower levels. You found a guy named Gome and got some information out of him. Some of the evidence that you need about what's going on with this exchange of resources for the Starlight Project. And you're going to do a little bit more research the night after that. Oh, yes, Muravki died in a ambush at an aviary, as I was corrected to say it. And you guys went downstairs and you did some exploration, but then Sevi's character, Anya, had a beacon in the Force reach out to her and ask for help. The strange presence that she's kind of been sensing this whole time. Finally, she hears whispered words coming from it saying, help me, and indicating this individual is in danger. So she followed this beacon, and it led ultimately to you guys going back into the staff quarters where you ran into... Still getting used to your name. What's your character's name, Caleb?
Zen Emok. Or
Zen Emok. Zen Emok. Okay, so Zen. Let's go with Zen. You met Zen, who kind of noticed you guys skulking around. He's been tailing you for a few days, and he kind of wants out of here, and he sees you maybe as a ticket out. So he's like, hey, I'll help you. You help me. He goes downstairs, and you guys follow the beacon. You think you're at a dead end. And he's like, nah, this isn't a dead end. That right there, that's not a real wall. That's a secret prison. And you guys went in there. Yeah, you blew away some pig guards, and then went a little bit deeper in and found a cell, or several cells, and one of them had a woman in a medical box, basically on some sort of life support, coma-inducing equipment. Sevi's Anya went in there, did some like force sensing, and realized, hey, this is where that voice was coming from. And somebody else did a medical check and determined it would be okay to unhook her from this. And then when you did, she came out of her coma. Oh, you did both? Okay, I guess no surprise. And she came out of the coma, and she was like, where's Master Plo Koon? How's the war going? Is the council know I'm missing? Very clearly unaware that time has passed. She claims to be a Jedi Master, but so far hasn't really been able to demonstrate any power outside of reaching out to Anya, claiming that the drugs are still kind of too heavy in her system. And you guys were trying to get her out of there, sneak her out. You came up from that stairwell up into the throne room, and to find the palace in disarray. People were leaving, panicking and leaving, but Egran Deimos was up there speaking to a hologram of an Inquisitor who basically made some statement to the effect of, what you've been hiding from me is going to be a problem. I'm coming down there. And he, of course, gave a bow. And then saw you guys at the stairway, and him and his bodyguard and the other pig guards in the room, and you guys had a fight. It was actually a pretty cool fight. I got to see some new force powers and stuff in play, and it was high stakes, but you guys came out on top.
And I boosted out my lightsaber.
You did finally pull out your lightsaber for the first time. You didn't know what color your own blade was, but you did pull it out.
Without consent, mind you.
That's what, yeah.
God.
Yeah, I didn't tell anybody or ask if they were okay with it. But what color was your blade, Sevs? Let's just a reminder.
Blue.
Okay, there we go.
Right,
all right. So that does catch us up. I know we have some super chats. I'll read those. I'll give you your benefits, and then we will hop right into this thing. I know over on Kick, I believe we got 8 gifted memberships from Darth Dave. So thank you, Darth Dave. Appreciate that. Love seeing Kick subscriptions over there. We get a much bigger cut, by the way, from those than we do on YouTube. But the YouTube ones also unlock emotes, so pick and choose. And then scroll down. Brian C for $20 to Anya for having to carry the crippling weight of SCAC last session. Dina could get some free squats in once in a while if she did the same. Oh, poor Dina. Poor
The
Dina.
crippling weight of SCAC. I guess that's the last time I take shots for anyone. Jeez Louise.
Crippling weight of SCAC. Oh, man. I mean, that's pretty... Hey, look. When you game with Sevi, you kind of get used to that. You're the dead weight, and she gets the compliments. It's just kind of how it goes.
We're just the side characters in this
Wow.
story.
We're the
Jedi
sidekicks.
are the real hero.
We're all the
No,
co-stars.
No, let's face it. The main character here is Dina. Let's face it. It's
Old
the
2x4
struggle of her
herself.
for finding. Will her squats actually work? This is the saga.
Oh,
I mean,
I
if that's the case,
realized...
then Dina's definitely has to be a lesbian. Because
I
there's no
realized-
The
denying
problem
it.
is that all of Dina's extra calories, she's eating a calorie surplus, but it's all carbs, so it doesn't work.
doesn't work. I had a realization when we were talking about Sevi's Metallica concert and her favorite albums the other night. You have a theme song written by Metallica, man. 2x4. It's an actual song. You gotta,
Oh yes,
you gotta rock that out.
Oh. All right, well, somebody's bumping that right now, and that's me.
Now I want a short of all your worst mishaps, but with that song in the background. That would be amazing.
That would be pretty funny.
Wilson, the unauthorized biography of Tom Hanks, sent 20 Canadian dollars. X-Ray Girl calls that real money, so I'll call it real money too. Let us all take a moment to mock the acolyte. Speaking of failures, meet Deravit, failed Jedi Padawan, failed Sith, Hermit, failed Saboteur, and failed Informant, the last of which got him killed. Well, thank you for that. It looks like it continues on. For another 20, who of the following two were responsible for his death? A Jedi strike team, B, Black Sun assassins, C, his cousin, and D, his fellow saboteurs, E, a corrupt senator, F, Darth Bane. Oh my god, that's a lot of options.
Well, that's a
and I don't-
lot of options.
He was a failed
let's
Padawan, a
see.
failed Sith, a Hermit, a failed Saboteur, and a failed Informant.
So I'm pretty sure.
Hmm.
Can't
I'm
be
gonna
Darth-
Really
go-
obscure.
I'm gonna go with D, his fellow saboteurs, because that would be interesting.
failed
Apparently, there's two answers.
Sith. I don't think. So if he's a failed Sith,
Sure.
it's got to
I'll-
be.
Yeah, maybe Darth Bane killed him out of anger.
Yeah, I'm thinking Darth Bane.
Yeah, I'll do D and F.
Yeah,
Has
I
to
would
be
definitely
two of
say
them.
F, and the only other one that makes sense of that would be D, because that
I'm gonna
would
say D and F as well. Yeah,
that would be my guess. Because if he's a failed Sith, there's only a certain time period that would be possible. Because it's not this time period, it's not the Republic, and it's not before that. So
I can't say the same exact answer as you guys, so I'll change mine a little bit, I guess. But let me hear from Moss and Caleb first, I guess.
Oh, I said B.
Yeah, I said B and D, but that's
B and D.
we don't get enough Black Sun love. So that would
Did
be cool if
anyone
that was
did anyone answer his cousin? Is that still open? I'll say C then, instead of saboteurs.
I have to say, why is this album that 2x4 is on called Load?
I don't know why it's called that. That you'd have to do some research on.
I'm taking personal offense to that.
And Layla, what the hell? Leyline's ascending trivia?
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow!
Okay, let's take a look.
I want to get into the game. Oh, that actually hurt to say.
Leyline sent $20. There were 7 known forms of lightsaber combat used in the universe. Which is not a Jedi lightsaber form? A. Juyo Vapid. B. Neiman. C. Jard Kai. D. Bokator. And E. Chi-Cho. Well, I know it's not Vapid. Because I used that and that's what they look like.
I'm probably gonna have to recuse myself because I just read Orman's chat. So
I don't actually know.
Well, I think he's just guessing. I don't think he knows. I'm gonna go. Oh, the answer was A and C. So A
Let's go back
was Jedi Strike Team and C his cousin. Ah.
Mm.
Oh,
So I
okay, that
think
makes sense
nobody
because his
said
other
that-
apprentice did it.
yeah.
So nobody said that except for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nobody said that except for Keaton was the only one I think who said his cousin. So I think
You
it
guys
makes
didn't say
sense.
Jedi Strike Team?
No.
Oh, that's
No.
what
I
I said
didn't.
A.
Hoping to
No.
remove his
I-
cousin
Oh,
Darth
man.
Zana from the influence of her master Darth Bane, he informed a group of Jedi of Bane's survival. Running into his
That
cousin
makes
shortly after he
sense.
felt guilty and warned her, this got the group of Jedi killed. Darth Zana then used her Sith sorcery to drive Daravit mad, causing him to attack Jedi reinforcements with lightsaber. Having no knowledge of who Daravit was, the Jedi mistook him for Darth Bane and killed him. Interesting.
Right. This was
for
this in the
Caleb's-
comics? Because I don't remember this at all from the books.
For Caleb's question, I'm gonna go with E. She shoo, because that sounds weird.
Ooh. Are you sure you want to go with that one?
I'm going with
yeah, I don't-
D.
I mean, I
I'll
have no
say D.
idea, so I'm just going for the funny name.
Is it from the books? God, my brain must be starting to decay.
Well, I trust Orm.
Your brain and your hair that you dyed jet black.
I
I
trust
don't know why I'm
Ormond,
blanking that so hard.
but I also don't want to cheat, so I will say C, Jarkai, even though I know that's wrong.
Well, that could be right. I don't remember Jarkai. I don't remember Bo-Katan either, or Neiman.
I went with both.
Did you just make up the word Neiman?
No.
Wait, what was the question again? Hold on.
Which one is
What's the
not?
Darth Bane trilogy? All right. Well, I'll have to reread that.
Not
I remember a
Bane
lot of it, but
directly.
apparently not that.
I'll say
By the way,
Neiman
this-
just because it's a funny word.
The song is a bop, by the way, 2x4.
It is. It is.
He said it's from book 2, Darth Bane trilogy.
Darth Bane. No one cares about Darth Bane.
Gino
Darth
says
Bane was
that
badass.
Darth Santa looks like me. Well, I'm gonna have to Google this person.
I mean, it makes sense. You are a Sith in real life.
Wow.
So what's the answer, Caleb?
All right, wait. Did everyone guess? What did Sevy guess?
I guess E. Shishu.
E. Moss. What did you guess?
Darth
I
Santa
guess
does
C,
look like
Jarkai.
you.
Oh, they
And-
do look like me. This is interesting.
We got E. C. What did you guess, Velrock?
Neiman.
And what did you guess, Erudi?
Back tour.
The correct answer is D. Bo-Katan is actually a Cambodian martial arts style.
So good. I'm so good.
Nice.
I'm pretty
the
sure
I will
Cambodian
take my
martial
Benny
arts
for that.
Lifestyles.
Nobody knows
All right.
Cambodian martial
No,
arts. That's
All
great.
the rest are correct. Shicho is the first style of the first form, which came directly after lightsabers were invented. Neiman is form 6. Joyo or Juyo Vadpan is the one that that Mace Windu typically uses. That is form 7, and I can't remember the last one I put.
All right, nerd. Can we play our
Jarkai?
game now?
Oh yeah,
Amazing.
Jarkai. I think Jarkai is the one that Yoda uses.
This picture right
No,
here.
that's
I'm gonna put this in the Star Wars
Jarkai is
channel
what
Discord.
Ahsoka uses.
No, my lights are good, Queen Shirt. I just I adjusted them because everybody was saying I was really washed out, but for whatever reason it looks different between what do we use? StreamYards and VDO, so I just went with something in between so that it looks okay on both. So if it looks a little different, that's why.
I believe that Neiman is used by Anakin. Could be incorrect about that, but
All right, Star Wars stream. I'm going to put a picture of the picture. I think that kind of does remind me of Sevi for the Darth. God, I just broke the name. Xana. All right, let's get this going. You guys did get experience. I gave it to you guys, but I'm going to let chat know they earned a hell of a lot of experience, putting them at 5,400 experience, only 600 away from leveling.
Wait, so how many Force tokens did we get?
We're going into that right now. So let me
Okay.
grab that chat, which is up here. Oh boy, you guys are going to get a lot. Benefits for Star Wars. 6 gold renewals in Discord. Remember what I said. If you guys support Legend Seeker, this helps the casts. Gold in specific gives benefits to every single cast on both channels. So 6 gold renewals from Leo, Crescent, Frost, Fantastic Sarcastic, Hayden75, and Fletch. And then we got 1 new gold from Dave Nunn. For this specific show, he wanted for his first time being lured into it during one of our streams. For instead of the bennies being split between all the players on this stream, for this stream, he wants them to be split between me and Caleb. So I get 2, Caleb gets 2. And he said in response to that, for a fellow vet and DM. So
Nice.
then 8 gifted memberships from Darth Dave and Kick. That's going to benefit Moss and Valrock. We got fan art in Lego form by Darth Dave. And Me as a Muppet by Darth Dave. And likes from a stream, we got 134. We redeemed the 36 already. We did not the 72 and the 108. We got nothing for the comments, and we reached 36 this stream. So in total, you guys get 10 Force tokens each. 2 Far-Seeing tokens for Moss and Velrock.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Sevi gets... actually...
Michaela's saying nope.
You said eight Force tokens, right?
I'm looking.
It is 10 total Force tokens and 2 Far-Seeing tokens for
Okay.
Moss and Belrock. So you
see
two
that.
get that.
I got it.
I get 9 Force tokens and 2 Far-Seeing tokens. Caleb gets 11 Force tokens and 2 Far-Seeing tokens. And Erudi gets 3
and
Force
2.
tokens and 2 Far-Seeing tokens.
Yep, I got it after I saw the semicolons. All right, so there you go. And I will post that in the chat just in case anybody needs it. We'll put that up here in the cast treehouse.
Awesome.
Easy. All right, so we literally ended with you guys having just finished off this guy, so that's where we are going to pick up. You guys are in the throne room. I am going to swoosh us.
Wait, what?
All right.
Okay, I see it.
So we have to leave. We did already look through the stuff that they had before we finished
Yeah,
last
we ran their
session.
pockets.
Yeah, we already
Mhm.
did.
Ooh.
So then we have to get out. So I will
I don't think you told us
recommend.
what they had though.
Yeah, I don't
thought
think
he
we've... Did we loot them already?
I thought so.
Zen was
Sorry, guys.
looting them while people were getting healed.
Yeah, I remember we were looting.
I got a stun baton.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
we were looting.
Yeah, we
But
did.
did we loot the Trandoshan?
Yeah, he had a rifle and a stupid face.
He does have a rifle. That is accurate. I mean, you know that from him shooting you with it. But yeah,
Oh, he
he
had
had
armor too, but we didn't.
Yeah,
know
he
what it
had
was.
some cool battle armor. He also has 2 stun grenades. I don't know if I told you that.
We'll take those.
You just have those. All right, yeah. So it sounds like you guys did loot these guys. Yeah, so the alarms are still going off in the palace. People are evacuating. Darga seems to be long gone.
What was his kill count, by the way?
Oh, for the train.
He had marks on his pauldron. How many did he have?
Let's do it like this. We're gonna go with
36.
Yeah.
30. 30 will be his kill count that was marked on there.
That's my kill count, except I'm still alive.
Well, it looks like is that including his death or is that
Yeah.
okay?
So I get
you,
30 more, right? Because he
You-
has
you-
30.
you took him down and caught up with him. Good job.
Wait, I have an idea. I'll take my knife and just start slowly cutting his head off. I mean, as fast as I can. I know it's hard with a knife.
Oh,
Oh,
Okay,
You might want to
Start-
look away if you get queasy.
cutting off his head.
Sorry, sorry. This not the Trandoshan, the other guy. The
Domo.
the Major Domo.
And what did the Domo have?
Oh.
I'm just
He had 300 credits, robes, and a comm link. He didn't have anything too crazy.
okay. I'm taking the credits.
All right.
Skak, is that really necessary?
Oh, it's necessary.
Curious as to know why.
in blood. I'll like stick it on a pike or something, and I'll write in blood, "Back off, imps."
Wow.
I'm so glad that that man finally died.
Was he that bad?
Yes, he didn't like my accent. That's why I wasn't speaking in one earlier.
Oh, okay. That
All right,
makes
let's get out of here.
sense. All right. Yep.
And
Take
I
us down,
do.
Regina.
I will help the old lady.
Thank you.
Run.
And I will remind you guys exactly what was said by Deimos and the Inquisitor. Deimos has said the Hutt has fled aboard his personal yacht. That's the conversation you came in on. And then the Inquisitor that was in the hologram said, I am on my way now with the Assidious. Pray that you have not summoned the Empire on a fool's errand, for the Inquisitorius is not gentle with those who deal with Jedi. And then Egrin had like kind of stiffened a little bit, looking really pale. Like that sounded like a threat to him. Like he was very worried. All right, so you help her, and you guys start making your way towards the palace entrance to get out.
Does someone want to drag that guy's armor? It's probably worth something.
Yes,
All right,
don't take it.
if you can.
What was it called?
It was
Some kind of battle armor. I don't
yeah,
know if we know
battle
the
armor.
specifics.
Trandoshan battle armor, I believe. Oh, fuck. I just scrolled away from my page, and now everything has to reload. Piece of crap. I should not have done that. Go back. Ah, garbage. Absolute garbage. All right, there we go. So you guys make your way out of the palace. People are kind of like scrambling to get out of there, but nobody really seems to pay you guys any mind. They're all sort of in self-preservation survival mode. Nobody stops you or questions you or anything. And you're very easily able to get out of the palace proper back into the streets.
We were going for the Deveronians ride, because that's where R3 was going to meet us. But I guess R3 ended up coming toward us.
Oh yeah, because you had heard R3 coming down that other hallway. So I'd say you guys convene, kind of right towards the entrance. And yeah, his ride's still out there, no problem. Obviously, he wasn't going anywhere anytime soon. So it's sitting there.
We should probably go let him out. It's too late.
You left him to rot, the poor guy.
Although he wasn't in jail with us, so where did they move him to?
It's a good question. Where do they keep their jester at night?
Is he like a table or something? Like a human table, just sitting as furniture in one of the rooms?
Maybe not quite that morbid, but they do probably have him penned up somewhere. A good night, Lingering.
We don't have the time to go on a fool's errand.
I agree, and that man was not a good guy. Just so you all know.
Hey, honor among thieves. We did him a favor, he did us a favor, and back and forth.
Okay, well, we have to go before the Empire comes here. If an Inquisitor comes.
His ride's pretty sweet anyway. Let's take it.
Okay, let's just go.
All right, you get in his sweet ride and make your way back to the Zara spaceport, traveling through the city. Because that's where the Banshee is still docked. I guess I shouldn't assume that. Is there anything you guys want to do on the way to the spaceport?
So, just to get this absolutely clear, we're not going after Daga.
We don't really have
No.
a mission to go after him. We just needed
No.
information.
Our mission was just the information, which we got.
You're welcome to get out and go after him, though. I mean, we don't really know you. so-
No. I'm perfectly fine just to hitch a ride.
Look, I want you to join our crew. I like you. You know, you like Trandoshans, but don't be surprised if they say no to adding a new member to the team. We may not be able to get you off planet, is what I'm saying.
I mean, don't be surprised if I say no. I still don't know you.
Hi, I'm Zen Emok. Nice to meet you. And I must say, where did a pretty young thing like you learn to shoot like that?
Now, you old charmer, you don't have to. You don't know. Stop. All right, you can come with us.
I give Dina puppy dog eyes. Can we keep him?
Oh, God.
Did anyone check to find
Doesn't take
Maravi's
much to
body?
get into Dina's company.
I will be doing lunges on the way back. Just to, hopefully fast enough to keep up.
Oh my God. All
Moravgi's
right.
body. No one cares about Moravgi's body.
While you're on the car ride, by the way, is there anybody that hasn't received medical attention that would like Dina's medical attention so they won't be bitter about it later when Dina doesn't medically heal them?
I'm pretty sure we did that last time, didn't we?
Wow.
I don't know.
Yes, we.
I would want.
I don't have any med packs.
No, I'm good.
unfortunately, So I
good.
I can't heal
Everybody's good?
anybody even if I wanted to.
Okay. All right. So you allow this this newcomer to travel with you to Zara Spaceport.
He's got Riz. What can I say?
All right.
Hang on, let's blindfold him first, just in case.
Sure. I'm fine with that.
We just don't want you seeing our contacts until we can fully trust you.
Typically, someone would have to buy me dinner for this, but I'll let you do it for free.
Oh my.
I don't know what that means. I've never been with anyone who has any weird kinks like that, so.
Of course not.
Oh, I'm
Of
sure.
course. Of course. All right. So you blindfold him. Certainly no kinky play here. And you guys make your way back to the spaceport, and the Banshee is waiting there with Captain O'Keefe, of course. And she sees you guys arriving. And how are you guys traveling? Are you like kind of rushing through the spaceport, or are you calm and collected? How are you guys behaving?
Is the spaceport away from? I mean, it's a ways away. We can park
Yeah,
outside. And,
it's a good ways away from the palace.
yeah, we can fly casual inside. I don't think we would be going crazy.
Sure.
Just act like you're blind.
So yeah, you guys approach the ship, and O'Keefe is there. You guys don't look like you're terribly panicked, so she's not panicked, and she's like, "Well, it took you long enough. Are we getting out of here?"
At this point, Dina will stop. She'll be like, wait. Moravgi, we lost Moravgi back on the. I don't know if you're aware, but we need to get his body.
We don't. What are you talking about? He's dead.
He deserves a proper burial.
Burial? What for? His body doesn't mean anything.
Of course it does. Do you not honor your dead?
I mean, when we die, we're dead. If you guys want to eat me after I die, I'm totally okay with that.
No, I think you're safe from that. I just think that Moravgi did a lot for us, and I think he deserves a proper burial. He deserves to be honored.
Okay. Sure. I'll come with you to grab his body.
All right,
You guys,
so Dina,
we're
and,
right here. Let's just go.
This is important for Dina. It'll be 5 minutes. We'll be right back.
Do I have
like
to stay blindfolded?
30 minutes, but
You guys are going to add yourselves to the body count. You sure you want to do that?
But what do you mean it's gonna take us 30 minutes to get the body? What do you mean?
you
We
are
gotta
like
walk
half
all the
an
way back,
hour ish
spaceship.
away from the palace, and then you'll have to come back as well.
Oh God. Okay.
With
Dina, are
a
you sure?
time- I honestly think it's the least we can do for him. I mean, what is he just going to stay in that aviary the entire time until he rots? No, that's not right.
Dina, there were birds in there, like you were saying, and those birds, I'm pretty sure, are meat eaters, so.
How
That's
did
actually true. We're not gonna be able to fight the birds alone, Dina. That's actually a good point.
I'd be willing to come with you. How did you say your friend died again?
He was killed by whatever lurks in that aviary and another Wookiee, which, correct me if I'm wrong, we don't know. Did you guys take care of that Wookiee last episode?
No.
Which we still don't know his location.
But we know what he looks like.
Well, all those Wookiees look the same. I'd be willing to go with you.
Are you sure?
Sure. I mean, I'm pretty good at getting in and out of places, which hopefully you'll find out soon.
With the corpse of a Wookiee?
You guys, we're right here. Well, let's just go. We did the job. Let's get out of here.
At this point, can I make some sort of so Dina's mindset, her logic is telling her that Skak is correct.
Mm-hmm.
But her emotional side is like, no, we need to give Moravgi a proper burial. Is there like a check that I can make to kind of help her decide where she's at and what course of action she would prefer to take?
I mean, it's up to you. There's not a check built for that. It's a role-playing decision. So at this point, would Dina be interested in honoring the person who made a life debt to her? Or is she going the practical route from her officer training? And that's going to be up to you. Now, you could just roll a dice and say if it's even on, whatever. But, it's your call.
To be fair, you didn't make a life debt to him, so.
No, I didn't. But he made a life debt to me. And I honestly think that I think her emotions would supersede her logic at this point. So I'm confident that I need to go back for Moravgi. So if you, and I look over at Zen Emok, if you are willing to come with me and get him, I'd be in your debt.
Look, Dina, I'm a Trandoshan, not a god. I can only regenerate so much every day, all right?
You, Skak, you stay here.
Can I take the blindfold off?
No, keep it on.
Right. Speaking of that, who is this? O'Keefe says, her blaster's in hand now, kind of like pointing it at him. And she's like gesturing at him like,
he's a slave that helped us.
Yeah, I didn't trust him either, but he's cool.
Whoa, slave is a harsh term.
right. What have you told him?
Literally nothing.
Good.
That's why we put
Keep
the
it that
blindfold
way.
on him. To keep him in the dark until we know we can trust him, I guess. He's pretty cool, though. He likes Trandoshans.
I'm going to get the engines running and have the ship hot and ready to go for when you return. Make it quick.
It's always good when the shit is hot.
if it's cold, there's a problem. Yeah.
All right, and with that, I guess I'll gesture towards Zen Emok. Shall we go on? Oh wait, I'll tap him on the shoulder because he's still blindfolded. Shall we go on?
Yes, let us.
All right.
Excellent.
Anya, are you going with them?
I don't know. I'm gonna stay here actually because if the Inquisitors are gonna come, they're gonna come through us first.
Okay. So you're staying behind at the ship, and the rest are going in the speeder.
All right.
Sounds like it's just Ben and Dina.
Oh, it's just Zen and Dina, so Skak is staying at the ship.
Yeah. Well, if you guys, if Dina and then Caleb's character asked me to come, I will. But I'm assuming that the Inquisitor is gonna arrive, and is gonna arrive by where we're at.
You should probably stay here, given your reputation there.
Okay, I'll stay here.
Let me check my equipment. Let's see how many grenades I can give you.
All right. two things real quick. I got a
I've got 2, by the way. 2 frag grenades.
Streamlabs Simpin Slytherin, 2 far-seeing tokens, which would be doubled because it's Streamlabs for Anya. And I've also got somebody ringing my doorbell, so I'm going to step away for a second. If Dina and Zen want to, I don't know, have a little roleplay moment in the speeder to maybe reveal a little bit about Zen and their relationship on the way there, I would greatly appreciate it. I'll be right back.
Can't do that.
I don't like.
All right, so yeah, I remained silent the entire time.
So can I take this off now that we're heading back?
Wait, I still got stuff to give you. Hold on.
Oh, we're still on the ship.
Take 2 more grenades, just in case.
You take them. I proved I can't throw those to save my life.
Well, I mean, the best I can do is drop them, but I'll take them nonetheless. Thank you, Scat.
Anything else? No, that's about all I can give you, my friend.
Well, we'll be back post haste.
Why don't you take these stun grenades too?
Oh, stun grenades. Yes.
I'll take one of those though, if you don't mind.
Those are worth some money, so don't lose them. Don't use them. You don't have to either.
I wouldn't dare lose one of those.
Genuinely, thank you, Skak. We'll hopefully we won't have to use them, and we'll give them right back as soon as we return.
Of course.
No way I can convince you not to do this. He's just a Wookiee.
He's not just a Wookiee. To me, he he gave me a life debt, and he paid that debt. Well, more than what was due. So this is something I have to do.
All right, don't die.
I'll be back, and I will step off the ship and get in the speeder.
Zen waits to be guided to the speeder.
I grab Zen's hand and guide him to the speeder.
I throw the keys to you and hope you catch him.
Nope. I dropped them and swiftly picked them up. Oh, fuck. Zen, we're going to have to walk.
Oh my god, this is gonna go well.
No. I pick them up and we go. I tell Zen, take off that damn mask.
Oh, thank you. Starting to get hot in there.
So what's your deal?
I'm just looking for a way off this fucking rock. I'll be honest. Living with Doc was not great.
And yet you chose to come back with me. Why?
Well, to be honest with you, to be as clear as I can be, I would love to point a blaster in between Daga's eyes and just see what happens. See what a space slug looks like, with a brain shooting out the back of their head.
Well, I hope you understand that's not what we're going back for. And if you start a fight down there that is not necessary, then I'm leaving you behind if I can.
Perfectly acceptable. It's just on the off chance that something happens.
Understood.
Much like you don't want to leave your friend there if there's a chance to get him out, I don't want to leave Daga alive if there's a chance to take him down.
Duly noted. If we have an advantageous opportunity, then, well, the galaxy will be one hut short.
Plus, I'm pretty good about getting in and out of Daga's palace. I've been doing it my whole life.
Your whole life? How long have you been here? How old are you?
27. In 27 cycles. I've been there since I was a child. My mother, let's just say she had a more intimate relationship with Daga until she was of no use. But,
That's clearly disgusting. You don't belong to Darga as offspring, dude.
No, hell no.
I didn't
Cap, no.
think, but I don't know how Hutts breed. And I can't even imagine it in my brain.
Being that my mother was a part of it, I try not to imagine it.
Yeah, that's a good instinct.
Yes, and the man made me dance. Always hated that.
Are you a good dancer?
I suppose.
All that
It's not-
practice, I would assume you'd gain some skill.
Don't you know all Twi'leks are good dancers?
You don't have to be good if it's somebody's thing that tastes their yum. But let's go. No more talk of that.
Yeah, this conversation. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go.
This conversation persists over the ride, and eventually you guys do arrive back at the palace. The panicked crowd of people that had been kind of like streaming out of the palace when you were left seems to have basically dissipated. The doors to the place hang open, and all is quiet.
It seems a little strange, but given the circumstances, hopefully we can use it to our advantage. Although I suggest, if we can, be as stealthy as possible.
That is literally my specialty.
All right, so I would like to. Oh, by the way, am I still at 1 down on the condition track?
It was not a lingering injury, right? So, yeah, you should be fine.
Okay. So can I go ahead and roll a stealth check?
I'm going to do the same.
Yes, you can.
So I'm going to use a far-seeing token and a force token.
I'm going to use a force token.
Okay, so I got +2. So
Ooh.
+2.
That's a real bad roll for me.
Okay, 15. And oh, come on. So 15.
All right. You think you're being pretty stealthy, so let's find out if you are. You guys start to kind of creeping into the palace. Maybe you like go up to the doors, do the whole like either side of the door, peeking in down the hallway thing, and then start creeping away your way down. It is still, pretty dark down there as it was the first time. And you guys are going to make your way back towards the central chamber. You're immediately going to notice something different as you arrive. Towards kind of like right as you start to enter like the main chamber area, there is a greasy fat man wearing a loincloth who looks very familiar from the arena fight, lying dead on the ground, and it looks like he's been chewed on and eaten or mauled in some ways.
Ew.
Oh no. I think one of Daga's pets may have gotten loose.
Is there let's see, can I roll, would it be a life sciences check to see if I can figure out what it was that was chewing on him?
Yeah, life sciences could work. Survival could also work.
Let's see. Yeah, they're the same. Not bad.
You think this is probably some sort of feline predator, something perhaps along the lines of a Nexu, or something like that. Probably cause wounds like this.
It was a loth cat.
Hopefully we can sneak by this, whatever this feline creature is.
Yes, I would have your blaster out.
Oh, good point. I'll bring my blaster out.
Then, if you could make me also a, we're gonna call this a perception check, but it's sort of a looking back on things since motive type check.
Okay. I'm going to drop a far-seeing and a force token on this. All right, let me just... Boop. 2. So perception. And then one more.
All right. You glean no further information.
All right. I feel like I was. Nope, never mind. Let's move.
Do I recall off the top of my head, is it possible to open the aviary? Like, is there like a dome up top that might be opened or something?
No,
or is it just the doors?
It was internal to the palace and it was domed, but the ceiling was like holographic images to simulate there being like an outside type thing. But it was a closed area. The only way in or out was that door.
Shit.
Did you guys? Ooh, neither of you have a comm link like on your ear, do you? You just have one that's on speakerphone perpetually. There's probably no way we can communicate you without making noise.
I just have a short range comm link.
How far does the short range go?
Oh, Erudi.
Your roadcaster died. I gotta say, it's funny every time.
Oh, you didn't see the dice. I rolled, just for chat who may not have seen, I rolled an 8 twice with a far-seeing token.
That's impressive. You really should get a bonus for rolling the same number twice. That's just my opinion.
I wish that's how it played out.
No, only if it's a 3 and then a 6.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
That's fair.
See if we can find a way to get past these bird fuckers to get Moravki.
Testing.
Well, we're stealthy as hell right now. As far as we know.
Super stealthy. We're so fucking stealthy. It's incredible.
It's not even gonna be there. It's gonna be
Testing.
eaten by the birds.
We can hear you.
We can hear you. But it's coming
I'm
out
getting
of a different
faster at it each time.
Wrong mic.
It's a different mic, but
Wrong mic.
How about now?
mic. Still.
still.
What? I didn't change it. Oh, I see what it did.
All right, how about now?
That's better.
There you go.
There we go. Getting a little faster at that every time. And it literally is. I nailed it, man. 12:17. That's the same time it happened last time to me. What is it about 12:17?
You're a little low. I'll turn yourself up some if you can.
That is so weird. Oh, I think I was just looking away from the mic. But
there you go.
yeah, that is so bizarre, man. 12:17. I don't know why it does this. But yeah, continue.
All right, let's
Well,
get moving.
And I
I'll show you the
apologize.
first way.
Poppy's in my lap, so I am a little further away from the mic because I'm trying not to disturb the kitty. But
Oh, you sound good now.
That's right.
All right.
I suppose there's nothing for it. We just need to get into the aviary.
Let's do it.
all right, so you guys make your way to the aviary itself, and you come to the double doors that lead into the aviary, and you just head in.
Can I look? Can I like peer inside the door to see what the creatures in there are doing?
Yeah, sure. You door opens. You peek inside. Give me a perception check.
I'm gonna use a force token on that. Great.
We're being so sneaky. Oh,
Incredible.
never mind.
Absolutely incredible.
We're Kronk from The Emperor's New Groove.
God damn, man.
Yeah, you kind of peer inside. You don't see any sign of the Kreehawks. You're like looking around up in the branches, trying to see if they're fluttering about. You don't see them.
All right. Motion to Zen. We should be clear. Let's go.
His front leg who kind of give you like the military, let's move.
Gross.
All right, you guys
Ooh, I think
move cautiously into the aviary. We're going to do some renewed stealth checks at this point. So go ahead and give me some new ones.
All right, I'm going to use another force point. I've been rolling so bad. I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Okay. Oh, and I never changed my background. God damn it. I'll
It's
fix
probably
that.
better that they didn't hear me because
I didn't hear you either,
Yeah.
so I have no idea what you said.
I screamed into the
You
microphone.
screamed the
So,
gamer word.
yeah.
Okay.
I said a Melanie Mac word.
That's probably a good thing then. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
All right,
Um,
13 on mine.
12 on mine.
That's what I get for using I think did I roll a 13 on my last? Yeah. No, I rolled a 15, so I even did worse for using my far-seeing token this time.
Incredible. All right, so you guys start kind of sneaking in, going up behind the trees, looking around for these Kree hawks, but you don't see any so far. And you start making your way towards Dina, where you last saw Moravgi perish. As you're just kind of about to get to that location, can I have you both make me a perception check?
Dear mother of mercy, this game hates
Mother
me.
of God, dude,
Wow.
this is insane! I don't
Oh, wait.
understand it.
Moss got a 12, actually, so he's good. So,
I rolled a 3.
wait, you rolled a 3? How'd you get a 12?
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
of
because
all his
you're-
bonuses.
Got it. So you take a look around and you notice on the tree, like right before the clearing where you will be retrieving Moravgi, one, there's a dead Kree hawk on the ground that looks like it's half eaten, and there's a big, huge set of claw marks on the bark, like something just stretched out and did a scratch on the tree a little bit, leaving some deep gouges in the wood.
I kind of nod my head towards the marks. Do you think that whatever it is still in here?
If I had to guess, probably. If it is a feline creature, I would keep your eyes up.
All right. I'll continue making my way towards Moravgi's last known location.
All right. You guys creep around this large tree to come around on the other side where the cluster of trees were, where Moravgi was behind when he fell. Moravgi's not there. There is a spot in the grass that clearly had blood and an impression of like a body print there in the last 24 hours. But he's gone.
Are there tracks or anything that lead somewhere else, or bloodstains or anything?
Give me a survival check for tracking.
I'll give the help action.
Okay, roll me a survival check then to try to give him a plus. You only have to beat a 10. All right. So that'll give a +2 to Moss for an 18 total. So Moss, yeah, you inspect a little closer and you can see that there is a bit of there are other footprints here from a variety of humanoids. Some of them very similar to Moravgi's, like perhaps another Wookiee. But you can also see that there are some drag marks and some of the soil leading off the trail. They disappear again, and there is some blood here and there, leading back towards the entrance of the aviary where you came from. It disappears about halfway, though.
Do I see any like remnants of his armor or anything around, or is it just tracks and a little bit of blood splatter?
Just what I described. You see nothing else.
I look back at Zen and say, "This may be a lost cause. I'm afraid that whatever else is in here might have gotten to him before we could."
Or whoever took him out dragged him away.
I'll point to the drag marks and say they terminate about halfway to the door. something dragged him away, and I'll look up into the trees and say, maybe got him up in there. I'll look up into the trees and see if I can see any trace of him.
Hey, Anya, they haven't reached out. Should we call them?
Yeah, give me a perception.
No.
I can just imagine we're in this aviary.
Dina, pick up.
Oh wow! I add no force points and I get a.
The rolls are really weird right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really wild. I also sent you a message, Caleb. Something about Zen. All right, let me see. So, okay, so that's you guys look up in the trees, and you do see actually some Kree hawks actually hiding up there now. They seem to be asleep at the moment, like they're kind of nesting in their perches, and unaware of you. But you don't see any Moravgis up there. You don't see any corpses hanging out of the branches.
Huh. If your friend was eaten, we would see pieces all over this place. Now, you said he was killed by another Wookiee. Why?
Oh man, I as a player don't remember why. It was
So
was
you're
just
I know the other Wookiee was a slaver.
Yeah, because we foiled a plot
That's
for
right.
them to
Yeah.
kill.
I'll explain the whole situation.
So your friend, he was attacked by those slavers. Those are the same slavers that took my mother. When she got sick, was no longer good for Daga, he sent her away. Probably to make some extra credits, I don't know. I've been looking for a way out ever since.
And you don't know where they went.
That's a good point too. So Zen, you would be familiar with those slavers. They've been there before, and you would actually, if he's so you told him about the Wookiee,
Yeah.
right? You had the whole okay. So you would actually recognize that Wookiee in specific, and you would know that Wookiee's notorious for being a bit of a race traitor in a sense. He has no qualms with selling other Wookiees into slavery. Twi'leks doesn't matter to him. And if he does happen to kill, for example, Wookiees in the line of battle or whatever, he will literally skin them for their furs and sell them. He is not above that at all.
I'll explain that, but if he was going to do that, he'd probably do that here, or maybe he took him to an easier location to do that. But I feel like we would see traces of that.
I would think so too. Well, we have a connection. Perhaps he can figure out a little bit more. Unfortunately, it seems as though Moravgi may be gone. I watched him die. So we know there's no chance of saving him, at least to my knowledge, but perhaps we can get a little bit of retribution.
Unless they had whatever your friend had. You may have missed this when you weren't paying attention, or aka not here. Your friend, the Trandoshan, went down and he got injected with something crazy. Brought him right back up.
The stimulant.
I don't know if that's floating around out here, but if this Wookiee had any sort of opportunity to take your friend and sell him for either parts or labor, he'd be doing that. We could ask around the black market before we head back.
Like how you said that so cool.
Yeah.
He has parts or labor.
Yes, that's a good idea. I'm glad you came along, Zen. Now, I think we should probably move along before we wake up our little friends. Or our rather
Yes.
large friends.
Let's get the hell out of here.
Right. Gonna need you guys to make another stealth check on the way out.
Oh, no. You're just like, oh, that last stealth check wasn't good enough. You're like, oh, I'm gonna see if I can kill you now.
All right.
This might be the important one, I will say.
Yep. Gonna use my last far-seeing token.
I have no more far-seeing tokens. Okay, so that's 4. That's not bad.
4, that's not bad.
Oh, fucking God.
Okay, that's pretty good for me. I got one more.
Why?
Well, I got a 24.
Mm.
Make a roll. Oh my god, I rolled a 9. Holy shit.
Ah!
Wow.
Wow.
So you guys are traveling along, I'm going to say, and you're like walking through the throne room of the palace and about to make your way to the front. And Dina, you accidentally step on like a piece of broken glass or something from like when the looters were going around, and it makes a cracking sound that sort of echoes to the chamber because everything's so quiet. Even the alarms have stopped at this point.
I'm sorry.
And when you do, you hear a kind of a grunting / startled clicking sound. And over in the corner, you see a large cat-like creature lift its head. Its ears perk up for a moment, and some like spiny, like little quill things raise up on its back. And it sits there for a minute, and it's staring at the wall opposite of you guys. And it just sits still for a moment, just staring. Then the quills lay back down, and it lays its head back into its paws and goes back to sleep.
I just pooped my pants a little bit. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Good thing we're both wearing our brown pants.
God. So you guys are able to make your way back out of the palace, get to the speeder, without having to fight an Exu. Good job. Oops. All right, so you guys drive back to the spaceport?
I think we're gonna stop at the black market to see if there's any word about your friend being sold, or like parts of him being sold.
Yeah, if I could, I mean, I can just to get it quickly. Can I just do like a gather information and just ask around?
You can do gather information because the black market's not exactly somewhere you just stop at. It's not a physical market. It's more of an abstract idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, it would definitely be gather information, tapping into some contacts, that sort of thing.
I will do the same.
Anyone have Nunya's number?
None who? There we go. Finally.
Wow.
Wow, I rolled a nat 1.
And you still got a 16.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at gathering.
That's incredible.
Amazing. Yeah, you guys are both pretty good at gathering information, as it turns out. You reach out to several contacts, trying to get traces of where this Wookiee may have gone, if he put some new assets on the market, or pelts, or anything like that. You don't get much in the way of that. There's no new listings of slaves to be sold or pelts. But the Wookiee in question did leave Cato Nemoidia. And according to these market contacts, their destination was Bespin.
Bespin. Okay, let me write that down.
Well, maybe I can convince your friends to make a slight detour.
I'd be more than willing to take a pit stop. All right, let's head back to the ship. Let everybody know what's going on. I'm sure they're worried.
Wow. How can I make this a name that you can actually say?
Is it a name I can say?
All right, I'm going to put the Wookiee name that I ended up with in the chat. We're going to say that he's nicknamed Icky. Because I don't know how the fuck you're supposed to say that.
Ah,
Itchy dank.
it's Itchy the Dank.
Do you need
Itchy
to
the
say it?
Dank.
Itchy the dank. All right.
Itchy the tank.
His name is Itchy Space the Space Dank.
He's often, I will say Itch. He's often called Itch over his itchy trigger finger. Is what he's notorious for.
Oh my gosh, I just found the perfect line for when I meet this Wookiee.
Oh god. Oh my god, I just thought of a terrible pun one of myself, and I hope that's not what it is. All right, I'm gonna message it to you real quick, and you tell me if I'm on the right track here.
It's probably the same thing.
So,
Oh my gosh.
Hold on, message me because you're somewhere buried in my shit.
It's, I don't know where you're at.
Oh, there you are. I found you.
Actually, Dina, let's go sneak through one more palace. I think
Damn it,
Sevi will
I still
probably
spelled
be
it
done
wrong.
with her Millennium Falcon by then.
Oh, yes. Yes, let's do that. Can
How
I have
close
some
am I?
more?
It's not that
Far
bad?
East
Okay.
please?
All right. Okay, you make it back. Was Skak and Anya doing anything else in that interim that would be of import?
No, I'm just looking around.
Absolutely. I'm not taking any chances. The imps could be right on our heels.
Well, we're waiting on building a Millennium Falcon inside the ship.
Are there cameras inside here, or is it pretty run down like the rest of the planet?
There are cameras. They look old and worse for wear. Are they active? Who knows? But I mean, they're there. You can definitely see that there are emplacements for cameras.
We can check out if they're active or not between R3 and I'm sure.
Yeah. And you aren't any pressure, so you could just take a 10 on trying to check the networks to see if these cameras are up or running. They are, is what you'll find. And what you'll also find, though, is that they are not manned. They're just recording systems. So it'd be something like if there was an incident, somebody would go check the tapes type thing.
Okay. In that case, I will be setting up grenades with whatever materials that the captain can give me to make them a bit more fiery, explosive as opposed to shrapnel along the wall and entrance into our hangar in case I need to blow it for an escape, like in case we're being followed by Imperials.
Okay.
And heck, I might just blow it anyway, just for the fun of it.
Just, God, you're a freaking arsonist, man.
Well, there's nobody, there's no innocent people running around, so sure. I mean, why not?
This is a
There's
public
gonna be a
spaceport.
janitor
What do you
in there.
mean there's no innocent people?
Well, no, like on the inside of our
She's
Oh.
judged this planet, and there's not a single
Like by the
innocent
door.
person.
yeah, I'm not
It is
doing it all around
possible innocent
the
people
spaceport.
could come in here. I just want you to know that. Right now it's
there's gonna be a
droids,
janitor
but
wearing headphones, like listening to music.
just letting you know, this is not an abandoned spaceport. There are employees here, and there's
Yeah, I know,
droids,
I know.
just so you know.
I'll also give Skak all of his grenades back. So that was what,
Well,
2
I'm
frags?
doing this while you guys are gone, just so I have time to do it, because I wasn't sure if you guys were going to be like hightailing it back in with people on your tail or not. So, but it sounds like you guys got back fine.
When I do get back, I'll give you back your
All that.
grenades.
And Master Denia was pretty worn out from everything and the drugs and stuff, and she kind of lay down and closed her eyes for a bit while this was all going down. So you guys will return to find Skak and Anya have set up whatever they've set up here as like a defensive perimeter.
Yeah, you just see Skak's head pop out behind from some crates, and you see his hand on a little trigger, like with his head, and he just looks really disappointed that nobody's following you.
Well, we got some valuable information.
He grumbles and walks over to grab all the explosives.
Right. And notably, they don't have Moravki. Type to honor or bury or whatever they intended to do.
Did you not find Moravki?
I mean, I did say they wouldn't find him.
I guess I'll take this for a friend. No. Seems like he was taken either to be skinned somewhere, or perhaps he was taken still in some states to be used for labor.
What, skinned?
I mean, he's probably
Did you
eaten.
take them to be skinned?
We don't know if he was skinned per se, but the slaver, Itchy, did you say his name was, or Itch?
Yes, well, commonly referred to by Itch, but Itchy Dottergadink.
I'm not even going to attempt that.
Bless you.
He went to Bespin, which, coincidentally enough, is exactly where we were headed anyway, right?
So I still get to kill him. That's good.
I think
Yeah.
we will all get that pleasure.
Yes, and if we could make a pit stop at that Slavis, wherever they hang out, and just, blow it to high hell, I wouldn't be upset at all.
Hey, wait a second. Where's your blindfold? Dina?
Oh, sorry, my security protocol, it's lacking. He's a nice guy. What do you want me to say? I like
Don't
him.
start slipping
He's
when
cool.
we're on missions, all right? Everyone dies, okay? You just got to get over it. That's war.
Itchy the Dank. Oh.
Fine, fine. Would you be so kind, Zen, as to put your blindfold back on?
That's too late now. He's already seen everything.
Well, what do you want from me, Skak?
It doesn't make much sense now, but
I've
you
just
can ask
lost
me
my
again.
best. I've just lost my best friend, and I'm emotionally insecure and unstable. Okay.
Friends.
Women.
Okay. I thought you and the Wookiee were, but friends is good to know.
No, ew, no, ew, no, not a chance in no. That's no.
Wow.
Duly noted.
Very insistent.
Yeah, interspecies. Come on, man. That's disgusting. What's the matter with you even thinking that?
Right.
I won't judge her. If that's what she likes, I don't judge her.
I don't like that. Stop talking about it. I'm going to my room.
She's probably gonna go do squats. It's a thing.
Well,
She
let's-
likes doing squats. In fact, I think you should challenge her to see if she can do more than 1,000. For some reason, she only caps it at 1,000.
Oh, really?
She should do more.
I might have to make a stop by her room later.
Yeah, that works.
Ugh.
Oh my
He just like turns around and disgusted and walks into the ship.
Oh my god.
Wow. All right. So you guys will get on the ship. The Captain O'Keefe is still a little wary of the new guy and a little upset about the lack of blindfold, but at the mention of potential Imperial arrivals, she puts that aside and gets you guys on board. The ship, as promised, is ready to go. So she has you guys all strap in, go to your rooms, whatever it is you're doing,
Punch it, O'Keefe.
and she does indeed punch it.
Or no, whatever
Um,
the droid. What's the droid's name? I forgot.
Crash is the
Crash.
one.
Punch it, Crash.
Oh God.
Roger. And his little clawed hand goes. And the ship does jump into hyperspace, at which point O'Keefe informs you that you are heading back to the Resurgence.
At that point, we'll put a blindfold back on Zen.
Hey, sure. There's no one gonna buy me dinner.
Not on here.
Dinner is free here.
Oh.
A ration
like
hits you in the chest. Hey, you can have that. That's
I
good.
like
I
it.
made that one myself.
I think this is going to be an absolutely fantastic journey together.
So the ship's going to go into hyperspace for a couple days travel back to the Resurgence, and Denia will at some point wake up from her sleep and she'll start meditating and just kind of like be deep in meditation for a lot of this. But you're welcome to try to interact with her anyways if you want, or if there's any RP you guys need to do with each other along the way, feel free.
Erudi, this is your chance
I
to
want
fix
to.
George Lucas's mistake.
I
You
want to
could have-
interact. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay, why don't you just go?
No,
Sounds
go
like
ahead.
you really want to say something.
No, go ahead.
Okay. I was just saying it. This was Erudi's chance to fix George Lucas's mistake of killing off Plo Koon. Instead, he gave us this old woman.
She's just asking where Plo Koon is, that's all. Maybe he is still alive. Who knows?
Hmm.
I
Seti?
will interact with her when she's not meditating, and then I'll meditate with her. So I will ask her when she is awake. So what is the last thing that you remember? What war specifically did you remember last?
She gets kind of deep in thought and she says, the last thing I remember, we were on a mission with my master, Plo Koon. We were ambushed. There was an explosion. That was the last thing I recall. And then I woke up and there was you. There was also a really strange space in between, dreamlike, where I felt like I was trapped or lost. And I could feel the presence of others. And I reached out to them for help. And there was another who kept watching over me in this state. But that one, its intentions did not feel right.
Yeah, that is the individual that we fought on our way out, as you probably already figured it out. Which war do you last remember? It's been a couple of wars.
Clone Wars. Starting to gather things have changed quite a bit.
That was a long time ago. A long time ago. You must have been under for a really long time.
He nods.
Does she know that the Jedi are all like extinct, basically?
She
Okay,
doesn't even
I'll-
know the Clone Wars ended. She doesn't know who won, who
Okay.
lost.
Okay. I will then say the Clone Wars ended and the Jedi lost. Now there are no Jedi. There is no Jedi Order. If there are Jedi, they're in hiding. And they're tracked and killed. So I'm sure you have joined the list of people that the Empire wants to kill now.
And
I
do
would
you
assume-
do you like give her a full brief on how everything ended for the Jedi, or
Yeah.
just keep it vague?
Mhm.
Okay.
No, I do tell her that. I think she deserves to know.
She'll meditate on that for a moment, kind of taken aback. And even though this should be like a huge emotional blow to her, she stays stoic and calm. And she nods and goes, I see. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if I have been thought to have been killed in battle, if Order 66 is what you say. It's just as
Mhm.
likely the Empire doesn't know that I exist.
They might now because as we were leaving, if you remember, the Mayordomo guy was talking to an Inquisitor, and they said that they were aware they were hiding you. The Inquisitor was on their way back to the planet to grab a hold of you. To what extent they know of you, I don't know, but I'm sure they have cameras, and the cameras will show them who you are.
So it's a question of if they're able to identify me.
Yeah, it's been a long time. They might not be able to, but again, they might be. It's not that hard to do a facial reconstruction and then see how a person might look like when they have aged.
And how about you? You survived. What of your... Who was your master?
He died in the attack, unfortunately. My friend, the Trandoshan, you might remember him. He took a lot of damage trying to save us. He saved me. I was a kid when the attack occurred at the temple, and I ran to him, and he ended up breaking the rules by saving my life. So I owe him my life. You understand? But there's nobody else. We had a Wookiee that was so force sensitive that I was hoping he might be trained, but unfortunately he perished.
Careful with the Trandoshan, young one. It is not the Jedi way to make attachment. But still, I understand.
I will
What-
save him when I can.
It sounds to me as if your training was incomplete. Perhaps
Yes, it
the
was.
Force has brought us together so that I might remedy that.
That would be wonderful.
I'm not much use to you now, though, I'm afraid. The drugs are still very strong in my system. I'm trying to use the Force to purge them as much as I can. Wherever we're going, hopefully they have some medical facilities. I might require the assistance.
Yeah, where we're going, you might call a rebellion of sorts against the Empire.
Dark times, indeed.
She can't say that, can she?
I guess she can.
I trust her.
She's going to nod, and then she's going to say, I have much to reflect on, particularly those who have gone to the Force, and what my next steps should be. I am going to meditate now. You are welcome to
Okay.
meditate with me if you'd like.
Yep, I'll sit down and I'll meditate with her.
Like 1 minute into the meditation, Scat comes in. Hey, I warmed up some food. Here you go. Here you go.
It just reeks of onions.
What are you guys doing?
We are meditating. Skek, would you like to
How's that
join?
go?
You sit down and you feel the Force around you.
That sounds boring. You guys don't want to do anything fun? I mean, I think they got a video game system in the other room.
Perhaps later.
During
Hollow
the
chess, maybe? I don't know, something? Dina's kind of depressed. I don't really want to do anything with her until she gets out of her slump.
I'm
Uh,
sure will be better.
And through this whole conversation, Denia does not leave her trance at all. She is completely oblivious, or choosing to be oblivious to Skek's conversation.
Makes sense to me.
What would I have to say to annoy her so much that she would no longer be oblivious?
Oh my god, please don't do that.
during the couple days of travel, Zen will try to get everyone's like schedule down to where they're moving to when they wake up and such. And during like the last couple days, he will get up just before Dina does, and he's doing workouts shirtless on the way to the refresher.
I love it. That's awesome.
Amazing.
Doing pull up. He's absolutely shredded.
Ugh.
Oh,
I
sorry.
am sure Dina will appreciate that, maybe asking for tips.
Absolutely shredded.
Dina has made 0 progress, and yet she still persists.
Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. 1,576.
Really? 1,576.
Yes, well, you caught me in the middle of my workout.
Oh, you're not done. Please continue. And Dina walks away.
I am curious. Are you lying?
Oh, he's definitely lying about the number. Although he is pretty shredded. He's very acrobatic.
That's his lifetime number.
I love it. I love it. Fantastic. All right, so Dina steps away. Somebody just called you the Khmer of the group. Wow, Caleb is the Smilo Ren of the group. Wonderful. All right, so the rest of the journey will go by without instant. You will arrive at the Resurgence. Captain Akif.
Sorry, does anyone want me to do a check to upgrade their equipment during these 2 days?
Sure, if there's anything you can do for us.
You have 1,000 gold? Credits.
I haven't traded in gold in quite some time.
Yes. It's more worth credits, so.
I do not.
I can. I'll hand over 1,000 creds to you if you think you can manage making an improvement to mine.
What do you want?
Well, is it possible that you might make it a little bit, I don't know, less unwieldy, a little bit easier to aim?
Easier to aim, I guess. You talking like an attack bonus, or?
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. And then I will have R3 help me so that we can reduce the amount of time it takes.
Your prices are quite steep, Skak.
R3. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, it goes into the construction of the whole thing.
Oh, so free labor.
I mean, I'm not exactly taking the credits myself. I'm using it to get parts and replace parts that are worth money.
I'm just giving you guff, Skak. I know. I appreciate it.
Hey, you know, I'm sure you'll find a new best friend.
Maybe. I
I
don't know.
knew
If
the guy for a few days.
I don't know if you've noticed. It's not very easy to make friends when you're an officer, especially an Imperial one.
Doesn't bother me.
Well, Skak, I thank you. That it means a lot. You know when you're finished with that, all right?
Sure. All right. Can I have R3 roll a mechanics check?
Yeah, R3 is also going to give you some lip about it, saying it's always R3 do this, R3 do that. It's never how are you, R3? Would you like some oil, R3?
You're
Is
a droid,
everything-
R3. You're not a person.
Would you like me to work on your wheels, R3? I've noticed you've had a stuck wheel for the last month. Nope, it's always R3. Fix somebody else's problem.
Okay, well, you're welcome for getting you drunk that one night. I mean, give me some credit here. I'm trying.
But ultimately, R3 does help. So yeah,
He needs to make a... I can't find the number that he needs to meet. Oh, no, that's right. He just... Sorry, he doesn't actually roll for it. He just... Let me make sure. Hold on.
Well, if you guys are taking 10s,
No,
that
I
just
can't
means...
take 10 on this.
Oh, you can't? Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Would you like some help? You seem stuck.
Who are you saying that to?
Other trained characters and mechanics can assist you, reducing
Me, I'm stuck
time.
in a dryer.
Oh.
Yeah. So when R3 helps me, it just reduces the time.
Got it. All right.
So yeah, I will roll, and I'll do a far-seeing token so I don't waste your gold, but
Let's say
or your credits. We'll see if I might still waste them. Who knows?
Perhaps he can't hear me anymore.
What did you say?
Oh, I was telling Skak I could give him a hand if you wanted.
Oh, yeah. I think he was
R3,
talking about his role to
R3
me.
is-
All right.
Yeah, I don't know if you can do an assist otherwise. I think it's just to reduce time. Where's mechanics?
I was gonna say, yeah, I'm trained in mechanics.
Okay, I don't even need to roll again. So, yeah. You now have a +1 equipment bonus to attack rolls on your pistol. And only your pistol.
There you go. It's nice to have the Star Wars equivalent of an artificer on your team.
I know, except there's no limit to what I can do. I mean, there's a limit per item, but not a limit total.
All right. So give yourself that upgrade, and you will arrive at the Resurgence.
What does the
I would-
upgrade consist of? Is it an additional +1 or something?
It's a +1 equipment bonus to attack rolls.
Nice. All right.
And
Thank you,
then
thank you.
take out 1,000 credits as well.
Thank you. Thank you.
Nobody would ever believe Dina can be stuck in anything. Wow, Orman. Wow. So you arrive at
What?
the Resurgence, and O'Keefe is Go ahead.
Yeah, so I was going to say, while I was working on that, I will engrave a little picture of two figures standing next to each other, like on the side. A little small woman and a tall Wookiee.
Right. Very nice.
Sweet.
Nice. So when you arrive, O'Keefe will be very insistent on once again blindfolding Zen,
All right, all right.
keeping conversation
If it makes
around
you
him.
feel better, when we first arrived, they also blindfolded us.
Oh. Well, now I feel like a much less special man.
It didn't make him feel better. It made him feel worse. Somebody's messaging me.
You okay?
Sorry, I have to send a link. Somebody. Oh, well. Somebody just beat me to it. Okay.
I'll look at Skak and I'll say, Skak, I don't know what to say. This engraving, it's very nice.
Yeah, maybe to help you get over it faster so we can, focus on the job.
Can I roll an insight on Skak real quick, or I guess a perception, to see if I
Yeah.
can tell if he's just like bluffing?
See if he means it or not. Yeah.
Yeah, I did it ironically. Moravgi is like really ugly in the etching. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, Skak. I
Yeah, don't
understand.
know. So what are you trying to? Sorry, what are you
I'm trying to figure out, like, are you bluffing? Is it sincerely like, yeah, it's just hopefully you'll get over it more quickly, or is it like, nah, it means a lot to you, so I'll just do it? Like, is it Skak being nice, or is it him being like, she needs to get over this
Good
shit because it's
question.
annoying?
The perception check for that is against my will defense. How does that work?
I mean, honestly, for a player versus player situation, it's kind of up to you because there's not really a mechanic for that player to player in here. So you can either just decide if that role would be good enough for you, but if you want to put it against a mechanic, you can. If you're trying to bluff, I would make a deception check.
I'll leave it up to you as a player to determine that. So whatever you think as a player is what Dina thinks.
I think that Dina thinks that Skak is actually trying to be nice.
No, never.
Of
Not
course,
in this
Skak.
climate.
Of course. I did roll a persuasion. It's the same bonus. Perception and persuasion is the same bonus on my sheet.
I've never done a nice thing in my life.
Surely you haven't. Like Like saving Anya wasn't a nice thing to do. Yeah, I thought so.
He just says amazing. Amazing. But all right, you guys dock with the Resurgence, and when you get off, there's of course a party there to meet you. And they go through sort of the same routine they went with you guys originally with Zen. They take him to some private quarters where he'll be kept for a little bit, and then they're going to debrief with you. With Admiral
Akbar.
Admiral Underwood, for lack of a better name. Shit, what's his real name? I know I gave him the Frank Underwood voice, but I can't remember his name.
Oh God, what was it? It was Varth.
Yeah, Varth. Admiral Varth. Thank you. So Admiral Varth is going to debrief with you guys, and I'm going to assume you give him all the correct information. If that's not true, then let me know what you're going to keep from him. Nothing?
I don't know. Do we leave out the part about Itch? It's not really relevant to the Sarlacc project, but
That's
I'm
relevant.
not gonna tell them I told stuff to switch. I mean, it's none of their business.
no,
I'm gonna leave out
Itch,
Nunya.
not Switch.
You'll
What?
leave out
Nunya
Nunya.
because it's
Itchy.
Nunya his business.
Yeah, Itchy the Dank, not Switch.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna tell them that. I mean, basically, I'm just gonna tell them we know the location and this is the location.
All right, so you know that
Yeah.
they're... mhm.
No, and yeah, other than that, nothing else.
So you let them know that you guys are aware that there is some sort of resource exchange that often happens over Bespin, and that you also know that Darga himself has fled there, but you don't know the exact details. You don't know the nature of these resources specifically, or when and how this goes down. You just kind of know that much information, and you weren't able to get more than that because Master Denia, when you discovered her, things kind of went to shit. The Empire was about to show up. And
You had told us. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but you had told us that it's Tabana gas, right?
yes, you know that the Empire's interest is in Tabana gas. You don't know the nature of the payment and how that is handled. But you do know that the resource they're interested in is the Tabana gas. That is why they are making these arrangements with him in the first place. That's correct. So Varth is going to be very interested in that and be, well, I'll be another Jedi. I have to say, I didn't think we'd find any more of them lying around. We'll get her
Well,
proper medical treatment.
Yeah, it seems as though she was being held prisoner. It's quite the interesting situation.
Well, with everything that's coming up and the struggle we're going to have against the Empire, we're going to need every advantage we can get. And a Jedi Master would be exactly what we need.
She keeps talking about a guy named Plo Koon. You ever hear of him? Maybe we could look in to see if he's alive too.
I'm afraid you're going to find that is not entirely possible. General Plo Koon died during the Clone Wars.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It's not true. That's impossible.
I will ask him about the female that we saw. What was the name of the double agent?
I'd have to go back and look up her name again, but we can say
Okay.
you definitely inform him
Yeah.
of her.
Yeah, I will tell her just so that you know. She is a double agent working for the Empire.
That is troubling information.
You should make sure to contain her to a place without telling her why and search all of her devices and see what type of information she has been divulging.
We'll put her in solitary confinement so we can verify the veracity of your claims. I thank you for bringing that to our attention. Having a traitor in your midst can be crippling. The wrong information would have gotten out. Everything
I think the
we've been fighting
information
for.
already got out, though. I mean, there's that. What do they call him? Inquisitor?
The Inquisitorius, yes. It sounds
Right.
like they, based on your briefing, they were headed there to investigate the claims of a Jedi being there. It seems
Wasn't
like
there someone
Egron,
following us on the other planet, though, on Felucia? I mean, these guys have been behind us every step of the way. It hardly seems coincidental.
the name does sound familiar. According to the records you preserved, this same Inquisitor was supposed to interrogate me before you liberated me from that prison. And it seems he's a busy man. The question is, does he actually know this Jedi Master exists? We do have the records you provided of the communications, and it seems like this Egron Deimos did send messages making such a claim. But there's no identifying information in here, and this Inquisitor will not have been able to verify it without the Jedi Master being in his hands. So we may still have the upper hand. For now, at least. It's a good thing you let me know about this double agent, though. That could have changed very quickly.
Yeah, let's try and tighten up the ship a little. If we can check and see if there's any more double agents, that'd be good.
We will certainly do our best. Now, I know you've gotten back and probably are looking forward to some R&R. However, we have use for you yet.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought you were going to say we actually had R&R.
I'm glad you're eager for work. As you have informed me, Darga has gotten away from you, and we still don't quite have all the information we need about this resource transaction regarding Project Sarlacc, and maybe even information about the project itself. Now that Darga has been peeled away from his criminal empire and fled to Bespin, this gives us a chance to confront him directly. That's where you come in. It seems as though he still has some sort of rapport with you, maybe trusts you. If not, it would still be quieter for you to go in rather than us send in people unfamiliar with the situation or come in with recognized assets. So we're thinking perhaps we send you to Bespin to find Darga and confront him and get the remainder of the information so that we know our next steps.
Bespin's like, what? What is Bespin?
It's a gas giant. You won't actually be going to the planet itself, but there is a nice city there called Cloud City.
It's a civilized city? I mean, are we going to be able to walk around the way we are now, or?
It's privately owned. The Empire has no control there. It's known for hosting gambling tournaments and other such venues. The proprietors are interested in making credits, not allegiances. You probably... actually, let me see if you would know that.
We might have to go stealth mode on this one. No big guns. I don't like that.
Doesn't look like they take away your... All right, so it doesn't look like they're worried about being armed, per se. Cloud City does have some regulations in regard to contraband and other such things, but your weapons shouldn't be a problem.
They're not going to look at us twice if we have military-grade equipment.
They might have some questions for you, but ultimately, if everything checks out otherwise, they'll let you through.
All right, I'll hold you to that.
So, Are you all on board?
Well, let's do or die at this point.
Yeah, maybe we can get our new friend equipped. You got anything for him? He was a slave, so
We can provide him with a blaster and some packs. And of course, if we have decided he is trustworthy and you trust him as well, we can offer him compensation for his involvement. I am, by the way, sorry to hear about your friend. I understand he didn't make it out.
Yes, he met an unfortunate end. But that is, some might say it was unavoidable. But we're moving past that. There's a job that needs to be done. Now, in regards to this job and being equipped, noticeably brushing past the subject, I'm wondering, Admiral Varth, if you might be able to provide me a number of med packs. Is any of us sustain any injury?
Make me a persuasion check.
Okie dokie. Force point. +4. Persuasion. Careful not to hit perception. $28.
Damn.
Truth be told, my directive is to part with as few supplies as possible. Empire's keeping quite the tabs on the movement of goods these days, with suspicions the ISB has about potential pockets of rebel activity. That being said, I can recognize that you're doing a valuable service for us. And even though it's probably going to get me some grief, I'll get you a requisition of packs. Each of you one med pack, just in case.
It's very gracious of you, Admiral. Thank you.
thanks.
Okay, I do need to get healed, so I'll probably go to the clinic.
Maybe
Yeah.
Wait, do you know anything about Alderaan besides just what you're doing here for the operations? I know we're not technically on Alderaan right now, but we're next to it, right?
Not necessarily. You just know that Bail Organa is a senator for Alderaan, but the ship itself, the Resurgence, is at an undisclosed location out in space.
I thought we went to Alderaan the first time, though.
Yeah, the first time you did, but the
Yeah,
Resurgence, the
yeah.
ship that you went to, is
Okay.
not at all.
I was thinking the ship was next to Alderaan.
Yeah, no. They sent you out to some hyperspace coordinates out in space somewhere.
Never mind then. I was going to ask if there was a shop, but there's probably not a shop on the ship.
There is not. There is a quartermaster that has some equipment that could be bought by members of the Resurgence. It just depends on what you're looking for. But kind of like adventuring gear, so to speak, things like liquid tape dispensers or belts or holsters and things like that. They got that stuff.
Is there a old lady who knows how to fix hats? He pulls his hat off. Mine's got a big hole in it now.
You could probably take that to the military tailor. He often has to fix up uniforms and things like that. I'm sure I can put in the word to get that taken care of.
Yeah, I don't know. I might just buy a new one.
Suit yourself. We do have on our HoloNet here some private chat rooms where people set up little shops of goods or the crafts they do that they're selling or sharing with folks. You might find somebody on board the Resurgence who has such a talent.
Yeah, I'll look into it.
Very well. If that is all the questions, you are dismissed. Get some rest. The Banshee will be leaving in the morning.
All right.
And yeah, if you need to use the facilities, they do have a very nice medical bay here on the Resurgence that will take care of your entire hit point deficit. You can be fully healed. Spending a little time getting some care with the 2-1B medical droids.
Okay. I would like to join Anya at the clinic.
Okay, awesome.
You guys and your back to. I don't need that.
He's gonna go when they're not there.
Perfect.
Go ahead and restore to full.
Yep, you can replenish all your hit points. If you're down on the condition track for a lingering injury, I actually do have to do a check for that, though.
Okay.
I
What
don't
about
think any of
second
you
wind?
are.
Think Skak might be actually
A lingering
Second-
injury?
because you
Second
got
wind,
the
no.
you got that injection, didn't you? That gives a lingering injury.
Oh, that's right. You did take that injection. So I gotta make a roll for that.
Oh, was it the injection? Okay, so Dina could have used a med pack on me if we had one.
I didn't have any at the time.
Is All right, so to do the operation on you, all right, so they
Sorry,
get
I hate
a
teacher.
in total a 25, which will be more than enough to get rid of that lingering injury. So you have to spend after they leave because you go after them being in the clinic.
What
They
was
spend
the
a little.
lingering injury? Is there like a chart for that?
So it's based on the stimulant. The stimulant causes some damages to your tissues, some mutations if not treated. So they basically treat that. They're going to purify your system and make sure that you're good to go. Put you back in the Bacta and get rid of that persistent condition that was on the condition tree. But you're good. They rolled a 25, so that is gone. You don't have that lingering injury anymore, and you are fully healed. Anything else? Are you going to check the the staff Etsy stores?
If they have a store, yeah. But it sounds like he was just saying that I might be able to find someone who can fix the hat.
No. He was saying that so because a lot of people are out here on extended
Just a little
tours of
marketplace.
duty. They have like a little online like hobby, like a little spot where people be like, "Hey guys, I make custom beer and I brew it in my room here. If anybody wants to order some, that sort of stuff."
Look at you, Erudi. I bring Craigslist into Star Wars.
Yeah,
Oh, Jesus
Wow.
Christ!
yeah, I can check it out.
I hate my life. Yeah, you find a list not by somebody named Craig. And
It's a
yeah, you
box,
do find somebody in there who does sell hats.
All right. How much for a hat? I got a big head, so
A little extra material for a Trandoshan like you normally charges about 20 credits, but 10 credit upgrade, 30 credits in total for this hat.
30 credits. All right. I can swing that. Hey, it looks pretty nice too.
Oh, there it is.
There it
There it is.
Nice.
The
do you
official
think?
Skak hat.
Pretty cunning, don't you think?
Who are you asking? That's the question.
Everyone, after I go back.
I like
R3.
it.
Anya likes it. Okay.
I mean, it is pretty dope.
I'll make sure that the plates that I put in the other helmet are nice and fixed to this one so that it can be protective, and I can sort of drop the visor down and have it integrated into my armor.
R3 is gonna say and imply that you are a certain time of date / fruit, and does not like your hat whatsoever.
You're just jealous you can't wear hats, R3.
R3 would like a hat, actually.
I'm gonna get him a hat too.
Give him the old one with the hole in it.
I'm gonna give him a fez.
Oh god, a little fez on top of the droid. Amazing. Absolutely.
Gotta watch out for
amazing.
those fezzes, man.
Yeah, I hear the ones in your game are a little bit more dangerous. A little cowboy hat. Oh, that would be pretty funny too.
No, the cowboy hat was reserved for cowboy. All right,
Yeah.
scorekeeper. I hope I see him again before I die.
So that does conclude book 2, guys. We are out of book 2.
Nice.
Which means we come to our next opening crawl, per se, for book 3. So I'm going to read that out loud. Star Wars, Dawn of Defiance, cue the Star Wars music, episode 3, The Queen of Air and Darkness. The search for the truth continues. Darga the Hutt, fleeing his palace on Cato Nemoidia, has traveled to the planet Bespin to seek refuge. Bespin, home to the famous resort and mining outpost known as Cloud City, remains free of Imperial rule for the time being, and the city teems with criminals and gamblers. Meanwhile, intrepid heroes working with the Alderaanian resistance travel to Bespin to find the Hutt and learn more about his dealings with the Galactic Empire. ... And so, camera will pan down to the planet of Bespin and Cloud City, and the Banshee will roar into the screen as you guys have left the Resurgence and are arriving at Bespin.
It's a big planet.
It is. And Cloud City itself will come into view. It is a beautiful looking structure with sort of a frisbee-like dome top that gleams in the sun and a spindly bottom with a spire that travels down into the beautiful clouds that are reflected in oranges and hues and reds of the suns of Bespin. And as you are, who would be up front with? Oh, and Master Denia stayed behind at the ship to recover and receive proper medical attention for the who knows how long of malnutrition and poor treatment and drugs that she's been having to deal with.
Makes sense.
But when you make it to Bespin, it is certainly a more hospitable environment than Felucia or Cato Nemoidia, so that's a step up from your previous locales. And while it has not yet reached the prominence that we all know it will enjoy under Lando, it's still clearly a very wealthy settlement where prospectors and businessmen who are seeking to claim their small fortunes for themselves go and get themselves established. And when you drop out of hyperspace, Cloud City's message to spacers instructs your vessel to contact Spaceport Control to request permission to land. Appended to this message, though, is a advertising message about an upcoming Cloud City Sabacc tournament. Sounds exciting. What color is R3? I think green. Wasn't R3 green?
Yes, he is now.
I gotta look back. But it's like if I remember correctly, it's like a foresty dark green.
A Kermit green.
How about I
No,
give
not
him
a Kermit
paint...
green, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, I'll give him a paint job at some point over the many days we've had.
Oh, what would you like to change his color to?
Kermit green.
You know what? There's no paint aboard the Banshee, unfortunately.
I'll make my own paint. I'll take some of my skin and take it off and, grind it up and...
Hate everything.
Gross.
Absolutely everything.
Although I think my skin is more brown.
All right, R3 now has a brighter green than prior paint had established.
Yeah, I make him look good. And then, you know what? whatever R3 wants as sort of an accent color, we'll add that in. I'll let him be his own droid.
I mean, what the hell? Why not make it a pale yellow green to go on top of that?
Perfect. He's matching my color scheme almost to the dot.
R3 is very happy with that. But you know what, though? He's not going to be overly grateful. He's still going to make an underhanded comment about a stuck wheel that's been stuck for like 6 months, man. Because of this wheel, he can only turn left. He can't turn right. So when he wants to go right, he has to do a full 360 degree to the left, so he's facing right, and then go in that direction.
I smack it with my wrench. Does it dislodge it?
Yeah, a little piece of debris falls out from the wheel that was keeping it gummed up. And R3 is now much happier.
It's literally all it took. You could have done that yourself.
With what arms? He protests.
You got a little arm. I know you got a little one in there.
It's like it can't reach down there. It clearly indicates.
Hey, don't flip me off.
He does. But yeah, so the message advertises there's a Cloud City Sabacc tournament that could be coming up. And then the spaceport controllers contact and, or I should say, Captain O'Keefe reaches out to the spaceport controllers, and you hear over the radio that they say, Banshee, as a result of heavy tourist traffic from the Sabacc tournament, each ship will be assigned a landing priority. You are advised to hold orbit above the city until we give you proper clearance to land. Current wait time is approximately 12 hours.
Do we hear? Is this coming over the comms?
Yeah, can
On the
you
ship?
talk to them?
Yeah, Captain O'Keefe mutes it and is like, you've got to be kidding me. 12 hours?
Can I get on the comms
Sure.
and respond?
Just sweeten the pot a little, Dina.
Landing crew, we have very important cargo aboard requesting priority permission to land.
Did you send ahead the proper forms for this priority equipment? Are we expecting it, Banshee?
This is an emergency requisition on a need-to-know basis. Please allow clearance to land.
I'm afraid that's not how things work around here, Banshee. You have been misinformed. There are no emergency requisitions. If you do have some sort of priority declaration, you can fill out the proper forms. We'll push those on to customs, and they can let us know whether to grant you that landing or not.
Controller, what is your name?
Robert.
Robert, I will see to it that you are unemployed by the morning. Now grant us permission to land.
Sounds like an intimidation check to me. Let's go with that.
There is no intimidation, so persuasion.
Yeah, it's just under persuasion. Yeah, intimidation's a branch of that.
2 is not bad. It's not good, but it's not bad. 1 is bad. Son of a bitch.
So 14 total.
Yep.
Negative, Banshee. You can fill out the proper forms just like everyone else. And, 14 hours.
Fuck your mother. I hang up.
Dina, no, don't, Dina, stop. Here, let me
I don't
try.
hang up. I don't hang up. I don't hang up. Wait, hold on. I got something else.
Robert, this is Skak from the Banshee. You know, I'm sure that we could get in there a little bit earlier. You know, I've got 1,000 little friends who might may be able to persuade you, whose names rhyme with Bedits.
There's a long pause. Make me a persuasion check with a +5.
Oh boy. My persuasion is 1.
But you have a +8.
All right, so 17 total. So the pause ends, and you hear him come back onto the comm and be like, right. I remember now. You're talking about the premium tournament priority package for our elite gamblers. Yes, with the form
That's the
that
one. Sorry,
requires
common's
the
not my first language. I didn't know how to say it. You got it.
right. If you will send that over to my my Moven app, here's my tag. I will apply that to your priority gambling forms, and we will get you to your location post haste.
You hear that, guys? Post haste.
And he sends over his equivalent to a Venmo tag. And do you transfer the credits?
All right, guys, I'm out. If we need to buy a meal, someone's got to spot me.
Yeah,
I'll send
so-
1,000.
I hate this, Robert.
Well, look at that. Turns out, because I was Employee of the Month, Banshee, that my request was immediately answered. You have been granted landing rights here. We've moved you to the front of the queue. Enjoy the tournament. Here are your landing coordinates.
Wow,
Yeah, I was
Skak.
Employee of the Month. Ooh.
That means if we actually do play in the tournament, I'm the one playing because I'm the one in front of the money, all right? Besides, I'm probably the best liar here, so
You do seem quite adept and skilled.
Money
I like
talks.
this guy.
I have also taken the liberty of giving you the Gambler's Pass on docking fees and refueling costs. So enjoy your stay, VIPs.
Thank you, Robert. You know what? That's wonderful. We really appreciate it. You know what? We'll put a good word in for you with your manager. Sorry about my friend. It's that time of the month, so you know how things are, all right?
Oh my God. As Sevi
I'm
and
staring
Noel put it,
daggers.
it's Shark Week.
No, I'm staring lightsabers at Skak.
He just goes like this.
Oh, crap. Be right back, 1 second.
Oh, Grubhub.
Hey, don't worry about it so much, all right? I don't mean any of it. It's just the way to get us in, all right?
I'm not worried about you. This Robert is getting under my skin. I will get him fired. You know that.
I don't know. I mean, it seems like sparks are flying between you two. You sure you don't want to go meet him?
Oh, I'd like to meet him. More specifically, I'd like my fist to... Never mind. I'm done talking about Robert. He's taken up too much room in my brain already.
Yeah, so you have to save space for me. So what is our plan once we get there?
Ugh. Plan? I don't know. Anya, what's the plan?
Look for Daga. So I suggest we hit the gambling routes. We know he's a criminal. That's where criminals roam.
May I just impose? Maybe we take care of this slaver problem sooner rather than later.
I'm sure we'll find him around.
Yes.
I
not
do
exactly
tend
a
to agree
lawless
with
city.
Zen.
And these slavers, they had intimate dealings with Daga. They might be able to help us find him. I'm just putting the suggestion out there.
Okay, you're gonna need a name. You're gonna need a nickname. So Dina is 2x4.
Okay, now, wait. This is Cloud City. This is different, all right? I don't think we want to go with more, rough names here. I think we
But,
could just
like-
go by our names.
But Daga knows us by our nicknames. Well, hold on. Daga might recognize.
Wouldn't it be better if he didn't recognize our names?
Well, he's gonna know my name, so I guess I will need a nickname.
You can be 2x4.
Nice try, Dina.
Daga will know you by 2x4.
I get
Can't
it.
blame a girl for trying.
Because a lot of people would.
There's like a slow realization on Skak's face. He's like,
There's a
Erudi,
slow
you're
realization on
muted.
Moss's face.
Oh, damn it. I said if Chrysanth was here, she'd be very upset with you.
All
right, now. let's think.
Zanzibar the Magnificent.
Well, the first thing we should do to figure out. The first thing we should do is find a place to stay, and then we can roam around and try and find information on the slave traders in Daga.
Well, it seems to me that we should also see if we can find out a little bit more information on who perhaps the contestants might be in this tournament.
Yeah.
I would assume that Darga would probably make an appearance.
Is there room for him at the table?
Oh, Jesus
Right.
Christ.
These trends.
So, first order of business is we're gonna go find a place to stay, and then we'll ask questions every day.
Okay, so before we get to that part, the arrival in Cloud City is unlike most places you guys have been. The approach path is extraordinarily long, far more than needed for a simple approach to like a spaceport docking area. It takes like you on a full, beautiful like tour of the city almost, showing you it from all the angles, letting you take in the sights. It very clearly is almost designed as a secondary form of advertisement. Kind of, you know, the idea you get is to show off the wealth, and when you get there, it finally brings you to land at one of the many civilian docking bays that you glimpsed on your approach. In fact, maybe to your annoyance, feel like you've passed this one probably twice in the whole little tour thing that it did. And when you disembark, when the ship finally does land, you find that there are several Cloud City customs officials waiting for them just outside the ramp. They don't bear any Imperial insignia, but they do seem to hold themselves with that sort of same self-assured arrogance that Empire agents always seem to display.
I match that arrogance.
Welcome to Cloud City. We have the right to thoroughly search your ship for contraband. Please stand aside while we do our investigations.
Cadet, please direct me to your nearest commanding officer.
I'm sorry.
We just want to put a good word in for Robert.
Yes.
I am the lead here for our little group. What is your concern?
Well, are you familiar with a young flight controller, Robert?
Yeah, Skak is like trying to interrupt Dina before she can say anything. He's just like,
Oh
Yeah,
my
he was
God.
great. I mean, what a wonderful guy.
He told me over the comms what he would like to do to me in the janitor's closet.
Oh
Sounds
my
like a man after my own heart.
Wow.
Okay. I'll just ignore her. Please keep with your search.
Captain Akeef starts kind of sputtering furiously and starts like vehemently like arguing that that's not necessary. But then you say, hey, you can go check it out. And meanwhile, they're trying to like snitch on Robert. But this custom agent is looking around at like this the conflation of information, and he's going to like hold up his hand for everybody to be quiet. And he's like, we are going to search this vessel. Now, please stand aside. And your concerns about Robert will be noted.
What's considered contraband here?
Well, we have a whole list. And he holds up a data pad and just kind of like has his finger like
Oh,
that,
yeah.
and like it like scrolls by like something
yeah, you
like
mind
30
if I look at
pages.
that? We can go over that before you guys search everything, and we'll let you know what we have. If we have it, you can confiscate it, and if not, then we should be good.
I would mind very much you having my list. Now is to
Well,
finish.
you can just send it to me. He pulls out his data pad.
A quick question for you. Under what authority do you have that capacity?
This is a private station with considerable investors who own it, and this is their security precautions and their requirements.
Ah, I see, I see. And who would that be? Like, who are these investors?
There's a whole panel of them. You can look up Cloud City on the HoloNet and search it yourself.
Do we actually have anything on board that we need to worry about?
No, I don't think so.
Well, Keith seems stressed out, so I would think so.
Other than our normal weapons, no, we don't have anything.
Oh my gosh, do we still have that fruit from Felucia? Oh, we're going to jail.
I'm sure the fruit is fine. If not, you can throw it away.
Yeah, you're not sure. You guys probably know enough that O'Keefe uses this vessel for a lot of Alderaanian resistance missions. There could be stuff on here potentially she's worried about. She does seem like she is up in arms about it.
Okay. Do you normally search your VIPs like this?
VIPs?
Yes.
I'll show them my data pad with the package. What was the package called?
We have the VIP passes.
So it's not a real form. You literally just paid him over the equivalent of Cash App, and he just pushed you through. He's just making.
Oh, okay. He was just saying that for what, the recording or something.
Yeah.
He didn't. Oh, we didn't get VIP passes or anything.
I don't think any of us realized that.
Yeah, no. He literally was taking a bribe
never
from
mind.
you and just pushing you to the front of the queue and saying, "Oh, you got the VIP package." You basically paid him on Cash App.
But
Oh,
okay, but
yeah,
now
we got
things are going to come back to him. So was he really thinking that through?
Sounds like it's
Well,
a
If
deal.
he said that,
He's just trying to
and
make
we don't
money.
actually have it, now he's going to get fired for sure.
Okay, if we don't have VIP passes, I wouldn't have said that we are VIPs.
Okay.
So I didn't. I didn't even have to meet to him. I mean, he's just going to get fired anyway.
Yeah, he's going to get himself fired.
Question, GM, would I know anything about Cloud City's alliances during the Clone Wars?
Make me a bureaucracy check.
If we're on a little landing pad like in Empire Strikes Back, we could just push these guys over the side.
You could, I suppose. 13? Okay. So you probably know, Dina, this is a privately owned establishment. It's got a gambling site. Most of these people are either low-level bureaucrats or severely underpaid. Greasing the wheels like you guys just sit up there is probably pretty common around here. So you're probably not too concerned about that guy actually getting in any trouble. And second thing is these guys, low-level bureaucrats, they could probably also be bought off or even possibly just intimidated out of this, depending on how you approach it.
So, but okay.
Huh,
I will have you know. What were you gonna say, Anya? Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say I would recommend you intimidate them or bite them off.
I will have you know that we are here on Imperial business. There is an Inquisitor headed down to Cato Nemordia as we speak, and we are his liaisons. Now, I suggest that you let us pass on his authority.
Yeah, give me a persuasion check. Go ahead and add +5 to that.
I'll take it, and I'll also add a force token to it. +3, so that's +8.
Holy shit.
Yeah,
33.
unfortunate, doesn't quite make the check.
Oh, no.
No, actually, these guys only had a will defense of 12, so that well exceeds it. Yeah, they look at each other nervously, and the guy just immediately scrolls to the bottom of his entire inspection form and just signs something and says, perhaps we'll just waive this needless inspection for our VIPs, he says.
Yeah, Oh, thank you so deeply. I put my arms around him and his buddies. And, I think you guys have been doing an absolutely wonderful job. He's kind of walking them to the door. And thank you so much for your deep service. And we will make certain that your investors know that you guys do wonderful work. I'm going to pick his pockets.
Oh my god. Give me a stealth check for this.
All right, force point.
And give me a perception check while you're there as well.
32 for the stealth.
Nice.
Wow.
Drop another force point.
Yeah, you've got no problem pickpocketing this guy. He is so nervous right now about what he just heard, and you've sweet talked him and distracted him so thoroughly that you reach into his uniform pockets and procure for yourself a 50 credit chip that is clearly of foreign origin. So this guy probably was bribed in some way with this chip. And
Does he have a key card of any?
oh, I'm sorry,
kind?
a 500 credit
Oh,
chip,
500. Okay.
not 50.
Good haul.
You don't find any key cards or anything like that. It'd probably just be the credit chips in his pocket. So yeah, you get 500 credits from pickpocketing this guy. And with your notice roll, your perception, 13K. As you're kind of putting your arms over their shoulders, the third guy, you see him like out of the corner of your eye. He's got a screen, and it looks like he's trying to keep the screen away from you, like he doesn't want you to see what he's doing on the screen. But you can, he's not very good at it, and you can see that he is typing a message to whoever he reports to, and says something about the Empire with exclamation, question mark, as if that is alarming somehow.
Now, thank you so much for your excellent service, and I hope to see you all again. I give him a little tap on the butt, and then I walk back to my group as I send them all out the door.
And the doors whoosh, close behind them. And that will be a perfect moment to wrap the session.
I was gonna say Skak is just like so confused. He like stands there for like 20 seconds, no one's saying anything. He's like, "What the criff just happened?"
Nobody fucking knows, man. Oh shit.
So we're level
Give
10,
me one
right?
second.
But I do
No.
have a Wookiee. Look.
Hey,
Oh, hey, there you go.
Nice.
Get him.
Oh, Seti, give us your best Wookiee impression. I don't think we've heard you do one.
No, I'm
Oh.
not going to.
He's never gonna do it, man. Oh, it makes me so mad.
You just gargle without liquid. That's all it is.
Yeah. She'll never do it. She'll never do it. One of these days I'll try to convince her. All right, I got us to faces. All right, so there you have it, guys. We've made it to book 3. We are on Cloud City, and some interesting times ahead. I know what those interesting times are. These guys, not so much, but I think it's going to be a lot of fun. But let's go around and say where you guys will be at, what you'll be up to, where they can find you. Tag Hugh, like, save Sevi, second to last, me for last, and we will start with Caleb.
hi, you guys can find me over on the Geeks and Gamers tabletop channel Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, bringing you Magic the Gathering Arena. Then you can find me later on Fridays for Mummy's Mask, still on Geeks and Gamers tabletop. Then you can find me even later over on the Kaiju Watch Rumble for our show Kaiju Watch with JT, my co-host. You can find me here on Saturdays for Star Wars, and then you can find me back on the Geeks and Gamers tabletop for Strange Winds. That's Pathfinder 2E and Starfinder 2E. Got some cool stuff happening. We are not playing this Sunday because JJ is out of town, so we will be back next Sunday. I got music at Leylines and Fires of the Albatross. Leylines has merch, and I have a Throne account where I just need a couple more things for sound, so I have a better grasp of my sound quality. But we've got everything we need for video for the most part. So thank you guys so much. I will throw it over to Velrock.
Yeah, if you're interested in what I do, you can check out my mini factory. You can purchase 3D printable files for 3D printing and miniatures. If you just saw the new Alien movie, maybe you're in an Alien RPG mood, I've got some Colonial Marines and Xenomorphs on my store that you can purchase. Also making some more Alien stuff this month for my tribes. You can find that on my mini factory as well. It's kind of like Patreon. In terms of where you can find me playing, I'm playing here on Saturdays, Thursdays on We Geek Together. Sundays on We Geek Together, which will be streaming
in 2 or 3 weeks, I think. Yeah, I'll get you guys the exact details when we do decide to do it. But we're preparing for our Dead Wars event next year. Really big event, tons of fun. But we'll be streaming a game there. And then Thursdays, we're doing March of the Dragon Queen on Geeks and Gamers Tabletop. Yeah, Moss.
All right, so every Monday, every other Wednesday, every Saturday, I'm over here on Moonskull for Call of Duty After Dark, Star Wars, respectively. Thursdays over Gamers Tabletop for March of the Dragon Queen. Tuesdays on Tales from the Dragon for Smoke and Barrel. And also be on the lookout for my new Lord of the Rings campaign that's going to be coming out during the run of Rings of Power. So because some Tolkien-esque stuff to compete with them. And also Saturday mornings for just a little bit of map making with me over on some of the Dragons Taverns YouTube, Twitch, and Kick channels. Just before it's something good. You can just chat with me, watch me make some maps, get you all warmed up for Crimson Throne while you eat your Wheaties and drink your coffee. I'll pass it over to Sebi.
Right. Well, hello, everyone. You can usually find me Geeks and Gamers Tabletop on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays for Crimson Throne, and then Sundays for Pokemon. You can usually find me at Moonskull, Star Wars Saturdays, Mondays Call of Cthulhu, Wednesdays Wednesday After Dark. And then I do have like soul streams on Fridays and Sundays. I did change what I was going to do. So Sundays, I am going to be playing the Quarry because I had a lot of fun with that game and yelling at the characters for being stupid. So please come and hang out with me if you want to watch that. I'll appreciate it. Please follow my Twitch and my Kick. And if you have not yet already joined my Discord, please do so. And the link to all of my socials are in chat, so please give those a follow, and I'll pass it to everybody.
Absolutely. The Quarry was a lot of fun, and it was pretty funny watching Sevi yell at them and call them idiots. I'll be doing my own playthrough of that as well on Erudi Gaming After Dark that we do after every other week on the Wednesday. And if I do happen to do some extra streams, I'll run that as well. So you can compare our playthroughs and see who made the worst decisions. Spoiler alert, it'll probably be me. But that's a lot of fun. Thank you guys for who showed up for Crimson Throne. Please do that again next week. You guys will be coming out in great support. Support Legend Seeker. It's very vital. Probably more so now than ever to have you guys' support. So if you'd like a tabletop role-playing game that's made for you and free of all the activism, that it harkens back to the fellowship of old school adventuring, that's what I'm making. And I think you're really going to like it. I feel like maybe there was something else, but I have so many things to show. I'm sure it'll get caught in the next stream if it wasn't in this one. So thank you for tuning in, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.
So long, gear boy.